Do you know what? This week, number 13, it's actually going to be your lucky number. So if you do come across the actual number 13, whichever way this happens, then you need to do something almost immediately where you need to do something what you think you need a good luck for. Do you see what I mean? So my gorgeous Scorpioni, when it comes to this week, your lucky number is going to be number 13, 1-3. This is like such an important week when it comes to you understanding how significant this is actually going to be when it comes to something really specific. It is to do with a very specific problem and a very specific issue that you are actually going to be dealing with at around the same time, and the specific issue and problem that you're gonna be dealing with, it's difficult to explain, but as soon as you see number 13, you need to understand that it's time to try your luck. So it's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna win like a huge amount of money, blah blah blah. No baby, no. It is not about nothing materialistic or anything like that, but it's to do with a very much so a specific problem and a specific issue in your life that you think it's not possible to resolve, that there is so much negativity and darkness attached around it, that almost like as if you don't even want to think about it whatsoever, let alone like a nip in the bud. So now, this is just so important for you to understand. You are gonna come across, I know it's crazy, I know it sounds crazy, but you're gonna come across a number 13. Maybe you're going to look at the time, maybe you're going to look at your laptop, you're going to look at your iPad, you're going to look at your phone, maybe you're just going to be outside and then you just see the traffic plate, registration plate with number 13 on. It really depends. This is going to be brought to your attention, but most importantly, what is going to come to you at that moment in time, it's going to be even more significant and more important. That particular problem and issue that is almost at this stage of your life unresolvable, it's unresolvable, it's actually going to be pretty much so resolved, okay? Because it's not only about a good luck with doing this, but also like some kind of a very much so a realization that it's also going to come with it. It doesn't really surprise me that this is happening because, you know what I mean, it is October, and in October everything is like completely different because we do tap into a completely different energy, completely different vibration. I'm always saying this to people that, because at the end of October we have a Halloween, or we have a Samhain, some call it Halloween, some call it Samhain, where the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. So it's not only about October, the whole month of October is different, but it's also like very much so the very first week of November, the first 7 days of November are still like kind of benefiting from this particular energy. So this doesn't really surprise me whatsoever. And if it doesn't happen, I'm sorry, it's not meant to be then. No, I'm joking. No. If you don't become aware of the number 13, then there is, it's not a big deal. It's not a big issue, because at the end of the day, it's just going to like kind of happen in a slightly different way. So it really depends how tuned you are going to be in general. And also, my gorgeous Scorpioni, what else I was going to say, this is absolutely fantastic. I love this week like there is no tomorrow. This is going to be one giant mama of a week indeed, because right at the beginning of this week, no joke, right at the beginning of this week, you are going to get this absolutely fantastic news and fantastic message and fantastic realization. It's going to be a little bit of everything when it comes to this. You will really, the bottom line is that you're going to be very, very happy. What are you going to hear and what are you going to become aware of? So it's to do with an important news and message which is gonna make you feel happy like you haven't been happy in a very, very long time, my gorgeous Scorpioni, because at the same time it's to do success, it's to do with a big success for you, very personal, it's to do with a really amazing achievement. you know, at the same time, it's also to do with something that you've been on one hand worrying about and something that you've been working on. It's just a little bit of everything when it comes to this. And also, this is going to kind of create such an interesting point if you're in your life when something is at the same time with this going to literally come to an end, but the something is also at the same time going to start. It's about to begin. So it is to do with this amazing accomplishment, but then at the same time, you need to understand that this amazing accomplishment, it's also marking the time and the stage and the period in your life when one cycle is coming to an end and another cycle is about to begin. This is to do with a dark, nasty bastard of a tower, dark, nasty bastard of the tower that you've actually had in your life at some point, my gorgeous Scorpione. Nasty bastard tower that you had in your life, not that I mean, it could have been ages ago, and maybe it was like kind of recently, but I do know that this nasty tower happened within the last 17 months. I know you're gonna tell me, oh God, within the last 17 months, but I can only tell you what I see, my gorgeous Scorpione, and it's here. Some kind of dark and negative and chaotic situation took over, and it's just really kind of put you in this tumble dryer, and you just didn't kind of stop tumbling, like, you know what I mean, like up until now. So this is why this is so important. So it's to do with like this nasty dark tower, bastard of the tower, do you know what I mean, like this nasty situation, and you've been worrying about it so much because something happened in the past. So this was all kind of connected to this like accomplishment and success. Do you see what I mean? I hope this makes sense, because you've been worrying about it so much after that chaotic situation happened in your life, almost like as if you've lost yourself like so much, because this is the problem. Every single time when you will go to sleep and at night, and every single time when you should kind of relax, you were like, oh my God, all around the place, and you just got used to these worries and a little bit of negativity in your life that became like a lot of negativity without you even realizing. So this is why this is so important. And also, after that chaotic situation, that chaotic tower, that like pretty much so not really nice surprise happened in your life within the last 17 months, thank God this is coming to an end. Because do you know what, I really hope you understand what this is, but it's going to be obvious at the beginning of this week, even if you don't. You know, sometimes certain things need to happen in a happy way in order to highlight something very dark, sad and negative that happened beforehand. Then you see it in a completely different light, and then you are brave with yourself enough to actually acknowledge this. Brave with yourself enough, because it depends what's going on in your life. You know, maybe you're dealing with something very personal, very personal and difficult issues, and this is affecting every single aspect of our lives ever so often. It's creating this ripple reaction, which is kind of like really affecting our balance and affecting our energy, so we don't respond to certain situations in life the way we should actually respond to. The bottom line here is that you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, are just going to it was affecting you because you were like in two minds when you shouldn't have been in two minds when it comes to planning something. You couldn't carry on with something very specific. You couldn't carry on with some kind of really important plan. So now this is brilliant. You see what I mean? Because one is like that. You see, look. It was just making you really pretty much so to be in two minds. It was making you to be kind of indecisive. And this baby comes straight away after. So you're going to be able to kind of like a really kind of, it's all about preparation. It's all about future. It's all about planning. It's all about progress. It's all about focus. It's all about knowing what to do. It's all about stepping in the right direction. You see what I mean? So these two babies just came out together. So this is why this is so important, because now you will be able to carry on with some kind of significant plan. Absolutely brilliant indeed. This is just so important, and it's going to just a couple of days later, you are really gonna be able to see the bigger picture when it comes to all this, like what a big challenge this actually was. And this is going to create this point of your own inner alignment, of your own inner happiness. You know, you're gonna feel happiness you haven't felt in centuries, my gorgeous Scorpione. And even more so, you're gonna feel even more excited, because you will know what to do right now. There is some kind of idea that you had from before. There is some kind of opportunity that you were aware of it before, but you maybe just didn't take it seriously. So now you're going to take this opportunity and realization from before. You're going to be reminded of this. You're going to take this seriously, and this is so important because at the same time you will just naturally know what you need to do next. You know what I mean? You're nurturing your life, you're nurturing your soul, you're nurturing your spirit, because you're doing something that you are feeling very passionate about, and you are also going to make a really wise choice when it comes to you understanding that you need to speed something up. And this is a big mama here as well. You understanding that you need to speed something up, my gorgeous Scorpione. So this is why this is indeed going to be really, really important. And by the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, what else I was going to say? It's like just so important to try to drink tea, something like a chamomile, organic chamomile tea. You're gonna find this so beneficial, chamomile, because I do know that you are maybe gonna be just like a little bit nervous and a little bit stressed throughout this week, only because you are gonna be worrying about somebody really specific. Somebody very specific, and I don't want to be a dark Lala, but you are going to be worrying about somebody really specific in your life, okay? And because you're going to be worrying about somebody really specific, you know, I just don't want you to worry too much, because we worry, we do nothing. But then again, it is going to cause a little bit of stress and a little bit of anxiety. So that's why I'm saying to you that I can see a little bit of stress that you will be going through, a little bit of anxiety, but I also can see like problems with the stomach and digestion. So I would highly suggest you to take like a organic chamomile tea, which is like so brilliant. My God, it's so it's very unique. Chamomile tea is different, you know, because it has got this ability to actually calms us down really nicely at the time when we are really worried, which lots of people don't even know about. But then on another hand, chamomile tea, it's also brilliant when it comes to your stomach and when it comes to your digestion. And another thing that I was going to say to you, my gorgeous Scorpione, would be organic moringa. I did mention this in my monthly readings, and I do kind of hope that everybody's going to understand how important organic moringa is. It is to do with the leaves from this tree, and the leaves from these trees are moringa tree, ridiculously rich in like vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, like potassium, and potassium is just something that you're gonna need as well, like quite a lot. Okay, so potassium is something that you are going to need, but also which you're going to find, which moringa leaves are absolutely super rich in so many vitamins and minerals. It's crazy, but it's also really rich in potassium. So this is something that I really think that you're going to find beneficial, and it's really going to elevate your energy as well, and it's also going to be brilliant for your entire digestive system. And if you take organic moringa powder, it comes in a powder form, then you just take a little teaspoon, you just put the third of this, just the third of the powder in a teaspoon, mix it up with a little bit of water and drink it every single day. And you don't take half a teaspoon, you don't take full teaspoon, no baby, no, because it's too much. You know, you just need to take the third of the actual teaspoon, just the third, yeah, not too much because it's too strong. Okay, it's very powerful. And then you mix it up in water and just drink it. So this is something that I really would like to recommend you. And also at around the midweek, you know that you're gonna feel happiness that like you haven't felt in a while now. And I know I'm keep on saying this, but it's more about happiness when it comes to you embracing literally the blessing of life. Something is gonna happen and you're gonna elevate yourself, and you're gonna realize again how wise you are, how clever you are, how different you are to other people, how much you actually understand, and you're gonna love this about yourself. Love yourself, love your energy, love your weirdness. The more you love yourself, love your weirdness, and love your energy, the more you're gonna attract the right people into your life as well. There is someone very interesting that is on the horizon, someone who is about to enter your life as well, okay? But on another note, when it comes to the midweek, my gorgeous Scorpione, you are indeed going to you're going to make this discovery. You're going to make this discovery, and something is going to inspire you like so much when it comes to that discovery. When you become inspired, you're going to have this idea, and this is so important because there is so much potential when it comes to that discovery, but also your soul is gonna feel a mind-blowing connection to this. So I do not need to explain to you any further what do you need to do, because you will know what do you need to do. This is something which is going to make you feel free, make you feel like you want to explore, makes you feel really excited. And this is also going to be something which is going to lead towards an immense achievement in as little as 6 months. You are going to have an immense achievement which is going to reflect on every single aspect of your life in as little as 6 months, where you are going to benefit from this achievement and you're going to be proud like never before. And even more so, you know why there is so much more to it, my gorgeous Scorpione, because when you become aware of this discovery, when you discover what you're gonna discover, you're also gonna realize that you're gonna need to accept something not working out here. You need to be honest with yourself, because I've got this little bastard here. Look at this. Not a bastard, sorry, I'm joking. You're gonna need to it's gonna help you to accept certain things that are not going to happen. And the sooner you are honest with yourself what this is, the sooner you're gonna be able to move on. And you are going to, because now you're just gonna be so passionate, because you will have another little sign and clear indication which is gonna bring you clarity and make you aware of the fact, more in a way of confirming to you that you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing while you're thinking about it. Pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the good omens, because they're going to be literally all around the place. And somebody who is very close to you, it's going to say to you oh my God, you talk differently, you sound differently, your energy is different, and this is going to be a clear sign that this is something that really you should most certainly you should be doing. Okay, by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, let me tell you that you are gonna be worrying, and it's to do with something about the finances, and it's to do with something about the financial situation. At around the end of the week, you're gonna have a little bit of negative thoughts, because something is gonna happen. And you're going to be worrying something about finances and the financial situation. But then this in itself, it's really going to put you on a good path where you're going to become this is going to put you on a really path where you're going to become so determined, my gorgeous Scorpione, to actually, there was a really loud bang down there, but I don't know what it is, I'm upstairs in my home, but there was a really loud bang down there. I have no idea what is that bang. I have no idea what is that bang. Did you hear it? Anyway, so I'll just decide to ignore the bang. Ignore the banging. Yeah, anyway, so my gorgeous Scorpione, so basically, yeah, you are going to be worrying about money and about finances, something to do with the finances. It's going to oh my God, it's going to make you worried, because you will want to get something, and then you're going to think oh no, maybe I need to save a little bit more money in order to get this. But this is so important, because as I said, it's going to put you on the right path where you're going to become very determined to do something that you are so passionate about. And then while you are working, and then later on you're going to be working on something that makes you really creative, that you feel so good about, and then suddenly it's going to come to you. Exactly, it's going to come to you through your own confidence and strength. What exactly do you need to do in order to transform your life? It's just gonna come to you, something full on, big time, something that's missing in your life, but you've been ignoring it for so long, and you're not gonna be happy until you make this achievement in your life. And for that, you are gonna need a little bit of extra money, or the financial situation is going to be really substantial. And I'm not saying that anything about your money, please don't get me wrong, because you could be a multi-millionaire, you could be a multi-billionaire, there. But then again, you're gonna see also that this is gonna be then like pretty much so connected to like the things in between when it comes to money, finances, and it is gonna be connected a lot to the actual financial situation as well, you see. But the bottom line is that it's all gonna lead towards you kind of understanding that you know, you're not gonna kind of achieve what you want to achieve unless you make the necessary step. There is something that was persistently on your mind that you've been ignoring for a while now. So now this is really gonna help you to reconnect with yourself, to elevate yourself, and most importantly, to be honest with yourself. You are really gonna make one of the most important decisions here, and that in itself, it is going to need a great deal of changes like to take place. And this, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's only the beginning. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpione, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.